of Pure Tungsten that we think has the potential to become the biggest Western world producer in the next 2 years.
And our mine used to be the second largest mine producing tungsten in old days, contributing significantly to the Korean economy together with Almonty's Ssangjon mine. Tungsten mine in Korea boasts high-grade tungsten, and in case of Ssangjon and our Ssangjon mine, it's over 0.4%, which is more than twice of global average.
We're very, very serious about becoming a dominant player, and I couldn't imagine a better CEO Tiger here to lead the charge.
Our Ssangjon operation will generate roughly around $20 million revenue. And interesting thing is the profitability. And we believe about 13 to 14 million operating profit, EBITDA, will be generated annually.
To learn more about Pure Tungsten, just click on the landing page on Stein's video here. Leave us your name, your email. We'll happily give you a call if you leave us your number.
All right, today we're having a chat with Jeremy Gray, CEO of Pure Tungsten, and Tiger Kim, CEO of GB Innovation. And Jeremy, you're going to be merging the two companies.
You bet, Stein. We're really excited to be merging with Tiger's GBI in South Korea and also in Tajikistan. And we're very proud that Tiger Kim's going to become our CEO of Pure Tungsten that we think has the potential to become the biggest Western world producer in the next 2 years.
Yeah, great. And Tiger, of course, tungsten is a very important material, but a lot of viewers might not be very intimate with it. You have a long history with tungsten. Perhaps you can take us along really what this commodity is all about.
Tungsten is very essential to the modern life and industry, mainly due to its the unmatched hardness and high density, as well as the heat resistance. It's indispensable for aerospace, defense, automobile, energy, tools, and you name it. And particularly in recent years, interesting thing is tungsten has become the material which determines the efficiency or functions of semiconductors and batteries. But on the supply side, as you understand, around 85% of global supply is controlled by Chinese. And such a geopolitical concentration is suggesting a significant risk for Western consumers. That's similar to what we've seen in rare earths. But in fact, much more serious in tungsten, given the China dominance of 85%, while in case of rare earths, it's less than 60% these days. So that's a general the supply-demand situation and general application and more the important application of tungsten these days.
Yeah, great. Thank you for that overview, Tiger. And of course, we would be talking here after the merger about a global diversified potential tungsten producer, or at least developer. And there's some very exciting assets in Korea. I believe your asset, the Ssangjon mine, is located right next to the mine of Almonty. Perhaps you can take us along really what this asset is all about.
Tungsten is probably the only critical material actually buried and found in Korea. And as you pointed out, we have a Ssangjon mine, which is owned by Almonty, which is about 50 kilometers from our mine. And our mine used to be the second largest mine producing tungsten in old days, contributing significantly to the Korean economy together with Almonty's Ssangjon mine. Tungsten mine in Korea boasts high-grade tungsten, and in case of Ssangjon and our Ssangjon mine, it's over 0.4%, which is more than twice of global average and Chinese average as well. So that's the great thing. Because we are located in South Korea, it benefits from the excellent infrastructure and geopolitical safety, of course. And the good thing about our mine is it's fully permitted, and currently we are in the final commissioning stage. And production will commence in 6 months' time. And we have integrated underground processing facility, which reduces the environmental footprints by producing up to 20% grade concentrate using gravity method at the mine, no chemical agent. And it is unique and very cost effective that tailings after extraction of tungsten is predominantly silica. That will be sold separately to the cement companies, leaving no cost for tailings or waste disposal.
And if I understand correctly, you believe this mine is almost ready to go. You just need a bit of capital expenditures to get some parts going to really get this mine back into production. Perhaps you can outline what type of ore body we're talking about, what type of resource you have, and what is needed to bring this mine back into production.
First of all, about the deposit and resource. The latest report came out by JORC compliant professionals in 2020, which said we have about 3.1 million tons of 0.46% WO3 grades. Given the 200,000 tons per annum, the mining or stopping, that gives us about 15 years to go. But obviously, the beauty of this mine is that it is just beginning. This is a relatively young and newly explored mine back in 60s, and particularly the underneath, deep down, it has not been properly explored. And we believe as we do all the drillings and exploration properly while we are producing, the resource number will grow rapidly from the current 3.1 million to, I don't know, it could be up the double or it could be tripled. And that's the mineralization status. And in terms of the production schedule, what's left until the production is actually shipment of all this major equipment we have ordered in China. And all these long lead items have been already manufactured and sitting there for the shipment. And once we bring it over to the underground processing areas which we are building and about to be completed in a couple of months, they will be installed in those areas, and it will be tested and commissioned. And all this will take about 5 to 6 months. And once we reach that stage, we will have some ramp-up period, like several months. But after this ramp-up period, we'll be able to produce about 900 tons of 65% tungsten concentrate.
Yeah, and to get to that 65%, of course, you have the underground mine where you upgrade it to about 15 to 20%. Aside from that, you have the Hupo processing plant where you finally upgrade to that 65%. Perhaps you can take us along what really that asset is all about. I believe previous owners have invested over $20 million into that asset. Perhaps you can explain what is already there and what really this asset does for Pure Tungsten.
As I said, we have acquired this Hupo plant about a year ago. And as you said, this Hupo plant would play a key role in our hub and spoke strategy. Basically, it's currently used to upgrade the mid-grade concentrate produced from Ssangjon mine into commercially sellable products over, say, 50% or 60% or even 65% the grade concentrate. But longer term, we envision Hupo plant as a regional processing hub, capable of receiving concentrate from additional mines across our portfolio, especially from Korea and the broader region. And this allows for centralization of value add, cost optimization, and scalability.
Yeah, perfect. And trying to put these terms, 900 tons per day, 65% concentrate of tungsten, trying to put it into financial terms that a potential viewer watching this video also can interpret. Perhaps you can share some estimations of profitability.
Okay, as you understand, the price of tungsten has been rising. I think as of last week, in terms of APT MTU, it was $435 per APT MTU. And under the current price, our Ssangjon operation will generate roughly around $20 million revenue. And interesting thing is that the profitability. Because of this high price environment, our operating margin will be fairly high, and we believe about 13 to 14 million operating profit, EBITDA, will be generated annually, suggesting over 60% operating profit margin.
Perfect. Thank you for putting that into perspective. And of course, you already started hinting at that hub and spoke model where you would have the long-term blue sky potential there of potentially getting feed of other mines as well. I believe there's already a potential collaboration in place for an asset in Tajikistan.
That is correct. We have gotten into the agreement with Tajikistan, the state-owned company, for the development of Tajikistan's representative tungsten mine, which used to be producing mine back in Soviet era, supplying the Soviet all this raw material tungsten for the ammunition. Now, this mine is known for its high grade. It's close to 1%, which is even twice higher than Korean mines. Very impressive mines. They have done thorough exploration, thousands of pages thick, the feasibility study, although in Russian can be easily translated into 43101 or JORC standard in several months' time. And we believe this will be the beginning of our Tajikistan operation. And the amazing thing is this mine is located right at the heart of the metallurgical belt called Ssangjon in Tajikistan, which is known for the world-class gold, copper, and tungsten systems and deposits. And obviously, it will take several months for us to transit this into a JORC or 43101 standard, the feasibility study. But based on all these previous studies and exploration report done by Soviets, we believe this mine will become very profitable, producing, we expect about 1,500 to 20 or 2,500 concentrate ton per year.
Yeah, so really potential to double or even triple the output already from the Ssangjon mine, which would already be quite solid in EBITDA. I think we have a great overview of those Korean assets. You have the Ssangjon mine, of course, with the Hupo processing plant could be a very profitable business right there. And of course, blue sky potential in that hub and spoke model. Perhaps quickly touching base on that merger with you, Jeremy. Perhaps you can take us along what the terms would be for Pure Tungsten timelines and perhaps next steps.
Absolutely, yeah. So we're merging Pure Tungsten, which is our only asset right now is the high-grade Bodo tungsten mine in northeast Brazil. Now, we think northeast Brazil is very, very exciting, but if you want to be taken seriously in the tungsten market, you need a mine in Korea. Korea is the home of the best tungsten mines. You know, Almonty's there with a market cap of 1.3 billion. We're just down the road, and obviously Tajikistan is also probably number 2 after that. So we're very serious about growing this business, very serious about becoming a 2,000 to 3,000 ton a year producer, which would make us number 1 in the industry. So this merger, our shareholders are 25%, and the GBI group will receive 75% new shares. We'll have 200 million shares out, and we're doing this round at 20 cents Canadian. So it values the company on a combined pro forma basis of only 40 million Canadian. For a big tungsten producer like ours, with a footprint in Brazil, South Korea, Tajikistan, offers huge upside, we think, for shareholders. We're also looking at a significant acquisition in the United States. We're very, very serious about becoming a dominant player, and I couldn't imagine a better CEO, Tiger, here to lead the charge. He has a vision, has a belief where the tungsten market will be. To learn more about Pure Tungsten, just click on the landing page on Stein's video here. Click on more and click on puretungsten.ca. Leave us your name, your email. We'll happily give you a call if you leave us your number. Would love to tell you more about this exciting new journey into South Korea and Tajikistan. We've been in Brazil for 3 years, but now we really want to take Pure Tungsten to become the biggest global producer in the industry on the western side. Just as background, we have nearly 1,000 investors who've invested in our 4 gold companies, Pilar Gold, Liva Gold, Tucano Gold, and Gold Road in Arizona. And they're the ones that have made this possible. And we believe, Stein, that we can replicate this model that we've developed in gold to now build something formidable in the tungsten market. And I think there's a few out there in the industry in tungsten who are a little bit shaken up by our claims and our beliefs, but I tell you what, we don't muck around. When we say we do something, we're going to do it, and we're going to turn this into one incredible, successful company. We're already talking to a Shell group in Canada, to give you an idea, who've got huge backing. They love the idea. Everyone's made a lot of money on Almonty in Canada and Germany, and they're looking for the next Almonty, and we believe we're just that.
Sorry, if I may supplement to what Jeremy just said. Yes, as Jeremy rightly pointed out, this Pure Tungsten is a fast emerging tungsten consolidation platform bringing together not only this Korean mine, a Bordeaux Brazilian mine, and Tajikistan mine, but as Jeremy pointed out, there are a number of very good quality, high-grade tungsten mines approaching us, which we are doing all the evaluation. Together with Jeremy and his team, who have shown great success stories in the gold, I'm very confident that we can replicate their success in the tungsten space.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for the time today. I think we have a great first overview of Pure Tungsten and excited to follow this story over the next couple of weeks to months.
Thank you, Stein. We're looking forward to welcoming you to Korea. I'm in Taiwan right now, on my way to Korea to spend some quality time on site with Tiger and the team. Really exciting time for this wonderful company.